One of the things in my work that I have seen, especially in the last, I would say, a few weeks, has been mind boggling for myself, literally for myself, because I used to think that manifestation takes a bit of time. There is a gestation period. We are told there is a time lapse between what you want and when it comes, and if it's big, then it takes longer and all those things. But what I've realized is in the last couple of weeks, crazy things have happened for us in our corporate consulting business specifically. Not just one tech giant, but we are currently in conversations with like 5, 6 tech giants to implement the contracts, have the clients and all those things. It's just looking back, it's mind-boggling. It doesn't make any sense. Like it's like, how is this thing happening? And what I've been really doing this weekend is celebrating a lot because the conversations we are having, the people we are speaking to, the contracts that are coming and the opportunities that are coming are mind-boggling. And even next whole week, we are literally in back-to-back in-person meetings with the people in those tech giants as a follow-up or some. But the thing that I really would love to share with you, which is the goal, is how did it manifest so fast? How? What happened? What is so different? There are there is a formula that, as I was connecting the thoughts, looking backwards, and I was retracking how things had happened. What I want to do is I want to share with you that formula, and that formula has got 4 parts to it. And this formula is for illogical, crazy, out of the world, doesn't make sense on paper manifestations. Like it's like literally I'm still like, okay, how is this happening? What is going on? It is that kind of manifestations where it defies logic. So it takes being bold, and being bold is my theme. And one of the things I want to share before I share the formula, I got my nails done, and one of the nail is black. And I never get black done because black is a bit too much for me. But I said, this is my reminder to be bold. And this is the part of the first formula. So the first part of the formula is identity, right? And when I say identity, how did we able to use this? How are we able to use these concepts and manifest them so fast? Is because what we did was we played with identities. We literally played with identity. I said to myself, what if I just take on an identity that we are now working with very, very huge corporate giants. There is a huge demand for what we are doing, and we are just all the doors are open for us. So one of the big identity that I took, and the reason I say big is because at that time it felt big. Now it doesn't, because it's happening, so it's not big. The identity was all the doors are already open. That was the identity. Like all the doors are open for me. I am the version of me for whom all the doors are already open. And when I operated from that identity, I just went in. And the craziest realization I had was that we think that it's not going to happen. It's going to be hard. It's big. It's different. But go and just open the door. It's open. You are not actually checking the door. This is the problem. Like you're not knocking. Like you don't even have to knock. Just push it. Like it's just not even push it. Like just check it. It's there. So today not today, few days ago, I really wanted to talk to a person in cabinet in UK government. And he's very, very senior. He has been there for the last 40 years. Really senior guy, has experienced everything in cabinet. He doesn't know me at all. Cold person, completely on LinkedIn. And I was like, if the door is already open, I'm going to send him a message and I'm going to say, I want to meet you. And I want to ask you these questions. I want to get some information from you. Now, the old me, if without this identity, would have said, why would he want to meet you, Anam? Why? What benefit does he have? Why would he do that? Why would he waste his time? I just sent the message and I said, I want to meet you. I would love to meet you. He said, perfect. Would you like to meet in this cafe? Let's do that. Let's meet for coffee. I'll share with you. I'll be so excited to help you. And I was like, oh, door are open, isn't it? The identity reinforce itself. My question to you what does it mean to you? We always want to come back to you. Is what is the identity you can take, which may be ridiculous? Like when I say every door is open, that is ridiculous. Come on, that is ridiculous. Every single door is open, right? It is open. And once you take on the ridiculous identity, the easiest way to take on the identity is you say, what if I play with it? Even if the door for some reason is not open, you're not going to die. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We're just playing. We're having fun. Every door is open. Let me play with that identity. The other identity that I gave myself, which was very ridiculous, and if sometimes you feel a bit weird about ridiculous identities, I would love for you to give yourself slightly less ridiculous, and ridiculous in a very positive way, by the way. Not like really, when I say, I mean really big identity, the one that takes your breath away, the one that puts your soul on fire, that kind of identity. If the identity I took for myself is I'm a world leader and I care about the world and I have the solution that can help the world. So that I'm talking about my AI corporate consulting. Okay. So when I said that, all of a sudden my heart was so passionate about, I want to solve this problem. I want to solve this problem for these people. I want to solve this problem for these teams. And the way the conversations start to open, the way we bumped into people, literally yesterday we received an email where we are being introduced to one of the C-level positions in a tech giant. What is going on? But remember, I'm a world leader. Remember, I solve problems in the world. I care about the world. Of course, that's going to happen, right? So the first part of the formula is what identity would support what you're wanting to manifest. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you get. It's about who you be in the process. That's what it's all about. So what you become in the process. Now, one of the things I want to share with you, which has been a huge breakthrough for me, I genuinely believe, and this is my belief system, you don't have to take it, but I just love this belief system, that the world, the way our mind think of the world, and this is physics. So the way our mind thinks of the world is this happened then, and this happened now, and this happening later, and this is happening after, and this is happening. Imagine there is a movie. You start a movie, right? You start a movie, you play a movie on the TV, you're playing it. You are gonna watch it scene by scene, right? This is the first scene, this is the second scene, this is the third scene. But actually the whole movie exists right now. The endings exist, the beginning exists, the middle exists. So this is how the universe is. Universe exists in its entirety. The whole thing exists right now. And we can in every second, there are 1 billion data sets which are available. We can only see 1,000 based on our 5 senses. 5 senses can see only 1,000. Of course, our higher faculties, intuition, reasoning, imagination, they can see a lot more. But our 5 senses can only see 1,000. Now, this is the crazy and ridiculous part, that the thing that you're seeing right now, that's not the only thing that is even existing in your reality. So what you're seeing right now, that's not what you exist in your reality. The only reason you can see it is because you are in vibrational alignment. So it's not depending on your reality, it's depending on you, the observer. So if you think about it, everything is already done. Everything is in the now. The only thing that you can experience is what is your consciousness? What is in your reality? What do you feel about yourself? So it's literally just your own subjective ideas that you are seeing in the mirror. And I was thinking like, oh, it all depends on me. And am I choosing it? And that's how it just becomes that one reality for me. In the manifestation, every scenario exists, everything exists. So when we see why it's not here yet, it is here. You cannot see it because for your 5 senses, out of that billion data set, you can only see 1,000. And the reason being because you are choosing that reality. You are impressing that. So when you're saying it's not here yet, my question is, why are you not observing something else? Why are you observing what you think should be or what you think you are worthy? Actually, it all exists right now. So a lot of times in my life, what I start to happen is And I think I've been asked this question before. I think Julie, you asked me this question, but that, we have different kind of visions. Like sometimes you'll see a vision of the end of the end of the end, like really big vision, and then you will have this vision, okay, but I'm manifesting this amount of money, so this. And then we think, okay, what goal should I go for? What should I write in my script? What should be, the problem with all of that is that everything exists right now, and your mind can only see it linearly. That's why you're saying, okay, but how can I look at that when that is first? But universe is not linear. So what is happening is you are being orchestrated what is available for you. And sometimes the vision could be literally like, helping 1 billion people. And you might be like, oh, but I've only helped 100 or 50 people right now. So how do I mean, what is my goal? But the problem is for us, this is happening, and then this is happening, and then this is happening. In the universe, it's all right now. So you helping 100 people, you helping 200 people, you helping 300, it's all existing right now. So what I realized was I didn't even used to create those visions. They used to come through me. Like I used to see them. It's like they just come and you're like, oh. And the old me used to think, okay, but this is too big. I need to focus on this one, right? But I realized it is my limitation. I'm linear. My mind is linear. So I'm saying this has to happen for this to happen, and that for this to happen. But universe is, it's like, think of universe as a whole roadmap. It all exists now. Everything exists right now. And the way our mind does it, it looks so out of all the 1 billion data sets that are your realities, which means you have billions. If that's in your quantum field, you have millions, you have this. Out of that, your mind can only pick up what you are willing to see. And that becomes your reality. So if you want to look at in the very quantum way, in the very, very physics way, there is a wave. There is an electromagnetic wave of infinite possibilities. And it depends on the observer how it collapses. Any given moment when you are observing, if you are conscious of being a certain person, having a certain reality, having a certain experience, the whole wave of possibilities will collapse into one electron. Boom. And then that's what you see. So what I started to do was, when I had those big visions, which felt a little bit like, okay, I was like, okay, this is my timeline. Like I'm just tapping into different timelines, and it's okay, because time is an illusion. Like it's not, it's just, we think linearly, this happens and then this happens, and it doesn't work that way. So the key here is, what can you choose to see differently? And when I introduced these identities and started playing with it, it happened so fast that it doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense to my logical mind. So one habit that I have put down for myself, I always used to try to make sense of things. Like, how would it make sense? How this could happen? How? But, I can't get my head around this because this feels too big. I have just dropped that. Like, I am not even trying that anymore. Because our mind has a limitation. It's linear. Imagine if you're watching a movie on TV and I put 1,000 different screens of every part of the movie. You'll be like, oh, what's happening in the, like, where we are? What's the scene? What? That is why our mind can only look in linear fashion. But the whole movie of your life exists right now. What do you want to see? And what identity do you want to take? Play with different identities. Play with crazy things. Try on different identities and see how fast it happens. You don't even have to try to make it happen. Just choose the identity and you'll bump into this person, and that person will call you, and out of nowhere you'll get an invite, and then this will happen, and then this will happen. And the more you choose a ridiculous identity, the more weird things will start happening. And when I say weird, in a very good way, like, I don't know why I'm invited to that. I don't know why, but I feel like going there. I don't know why, but I think I should do that. Why? I don't know. So the biggest thing what I've realized is that we are way bigger than our conscious mind. And when we try to fully rely on our mind, and even our subconscious mind, we make it it's like a blind spot. because our body, our intuition, our nervous system, they all have that guidance. Sometimes you'll feel like doing something, you'll have this intuitive hit. So just relying on our mind, which is linear, which is very limited, which can only perceive 1,000 data sets out of 1 billion, let's just not put too much pressure. The only thing of your conscious mind, the only job of your conscious mind is to set your direction. That's it. Set your direction. Set your identities. Have fun with this. Have fun with this. Right? So how do we set the identity? The way we set the identity, we say, this is my identity. I said to myself, every door is open. Okay. Now, if I don't embody that, it's just an affirmation. It's just a thought for a conscious mind. Then I said, how would I feel if every door was open? I would feel confident. I would just go for it because I know it's open. If a door is open, would you be nervous? Like, would you say, oh, should I? You wouldn't question yourself. You would go confidently. You will be bold. You will show up. You will believe that everything is easy. You will expect the results. You will expect people to get back to you. You will expect the response. You will expect people reaching out to you because doors are open. So when I said I'm the world leader and I really care about the world, then my reticular activating system was focusing on, I want to solve this problem with our expertise. Oh my God, I really care about this problem. Then I could see my ideal clients in the corporate consulting, their pain points. Then I was really devoted to solve that. And then, of course, I'm a world leader. So it is so much fun. Yeah.